Hi friends, um, welcome back. My name is April. I am also Wicked Crafty Mom, and today is all about scraps. And so right now, this is my newest journal. It's a bullet journal. It is an altered book style bullet journal. So it is, I saw the idea on 49 Dragonflies and kind of ran with it. So this is my October bullet journal that I started, and I'll do October, and then once I'm caught up on October I can breathe for a minute because I've got a couple more pages left to do, and then I want to put a monthly summary in here as well, and then I'll be done with my October bullet journal and it'll be ready to go for me. So I'm doing that, so I wanted to bring you along for that because right now I am going to put some, I've got scraps that I'm using on it as well as other paper, and so I'm using up my scraps. I'm actually also sorting my scraps kind of at the moment. I mean, not this moment, but in batches I'm sorting my scraps because I need to. So I have a different color scheme for each page. This one was orange, this one was yellow, and I did some orange stamping so that I'll still be able to see the writing on the paper and put writing on the paper, but it also wasn't just, I didn't want just blank. And this is red, and so now I'm doing purple. So the first thing that I'm doing is I've got my 2 pages cut out and ready to go. I was finishing up a phone call with my aunt while I was working on cutting out pages, and then I decided once I got off the phone with my aunt that I was going to go ahead and bring you guys along. So here we are. So the way that these work is I'm going to be putting in these pages, and then I'm going to end up taking out 7 pages from the book and gluing it. I don't know, I don't think I'm going to get that far on this video, but I will update as I do it. I read this book. I was needing a book, so I grabbed this one because I was really eager to do this. So I'm just inking the edges with, Black Soot Distress Oxide, Tim Holtz. It doesn't want to focus, but that's what it is. Ta-da! I will link that. I am working on updating things so that my link lists are complete. It is on my to-do list, which actually is another thing I'm going to make with scraps, and probably while I'm on the video with you, because I want this to sit and dry for a little bit, but we'll see how long it takes me to actually do it, because I don't know if I'm getting faster at it, but it seems to be going by very quickly. Whoops, quickly. Yay! Okay, that is all. Oh, that is all daub. Now I'm going to daub this. And this is a piece of paper that I've had bouncing around for a while. I really love it. It feels gothic wallpapery to me. And I think that that's kind of the mood that I'm going for my October layouts. So I love, hey, look at that, I can put more on. So I'm doing that thing again that I always do where I'm trying to conserve ink, which is ridiculous because I know that if I dip it again, I will get better results. I will get the results I want without going over it 3 or 4 times, and yet I still don't. There, that's much more distressed. So I've been making to-do lists in my journal, and at the bottom of the to-do list, if something significant has happened that day, or if I didn't get to do stuff because of an event or something. I say event, but like something that would pull me away from doing this, which I want. You know, I'm making note of that in my to-do list, and it's kind of a bullet style to-do list, so I think that's why I thought of it. So I am going to take my Elmer's glue wall in my Sweet Sugar Belle. I have been using glue stick on this, and I really like the glue stick, but this paper is so much thicker that I want to use something that I feel is sturdier. Well, man, I'm putting this stuff on like a drunken monkey today. Yesterday was so bad. Like, I kept dropping stuff in my scrap room and like running into, like, it was just, I was just so klutzy yesterday. It was driving me nuts. And then something would crash and my poor husband would be like, "Babe, are you okay?" Like, yes, it's just me, just thumping around again, like a moose. You can't get out of their own way. So, I mean, I felt bad because like I wasn't actually hurting myself, and I kept giving my husband like mini heart attacks because something would come crashing down and it would sound like it landed on my head. Of course, I was swearing up a storm too, so something would crash and then I would swear for a minute. So there was that. So it was usually a loud bang followed by the most interesting curse words I could think of at the time. But I have been using glue stick on this a lot because I actually, it's the, hold on, let me put this on. This needs to go on first. It's the, I think it's the Scotch Create glue stick. It's permanent. And so I've been trying it out on this because this is going to be something that I plan on going to a lot and opening and closing and fiddling with and writing on repeatedly. So my thought process was maybe that will show me how it's going to hold up. Maybe it won't, who knows. All right, so I learned from my last one that I need to make sure I get all the glue off because otherwise stuff will stick together. Not that that's like a, you know, rocket science, but apparently it was too much for me. Okay, and because this one overlaps a little bit, I'm just going to touch it up with the ink dauber. My ink dauber just, no, that's paper, never mind. It wasn't my ink dauber's fault. Okay, so that page is down. And now I have to do some measuring for this. Right, this is what I'm using. So this is lace that I photocopied on my printer. And so, and I am gonna grunge it up. But I need to figure out if I need to figure out two things. I have a piece of paper that I'm looking for. There it is. It goes with this because I have made kind of a running theme in this is that I've got this paper that I made the calendar with. And so what I did was, this is scrapbooking paper. It's 12 by 12 scrapbooking paper, and I cut it down to letter size by tracing around a letter size piece of copy paper. And I printed the calendar that I have. I made a copy of it onto this paper, and then I filled it in, decorated it and stuff. So I'm taking this particular paper and using my scraps, using the rest to do the header for my, and I'm trying to do different things on each page too, and I'm trying to incorporate the colors that were in this, and that's why each layout for this month has a different color theme, because I'm trying to match the colors that I put on this. And I know that this stupid arm is here and I don't know how to fix it right now, and I'm sorry that it's in the way. So one of the things that these all have in common is that they have this header. Besides that, most of them have pockets here and this place for notes. The things are all different sizes. I tried to do different stamps to unify each week. So I've got spiderweb stamps up here and on all of these, and then I've got, for this one, I've got the candelabra up. This one I didn't put something on everything, a stamp on everything, because this moon one that I really liked and that I think is super cute was bigger than these are. This was also scraps that I coffee dyed twice so that it would be darker. But this stamp works, but all I did was just trace around the edges and use this same paper. This rose paper is what's kind of nestled in between the black and the coffee dyed paper. So dilemma that so I'm going to cut this top, and then I'm going to go from there, and I'm going to cut the days out. But the dilemma that I found is a little funny. I never thought I'd run out of black paper, but I have run out of black paper except for what is in this particular vicinity at this time. So every year when the kids go back to school, I take a black piece of paper and I make a sign that says the year and, going into first day of whatever grade. And so to do that, I've been taking my black cardstock because I always had plenty, so it wasn't a big deal. And so I wanted it to look like chalkboard, so I always took the black cardstock. Well, you do that for enough years, you're going to run out of black cardstock. So when I went looking for it for this, because I want black on all of my, because it's Halloween, guys. It's one of my favorite holidays, so I definitely wanted to set the right mood. This is the first month in my journal. It's one of my favorite months, so I'm super excited about it. So I wanted to set the right tone, the right mood. And so I've got my black in all of it. Leading up to, this is Halloween week, which is going to be gray and silver and black. So I'm excited about that one. But this one I am excited about also, because the purple and black go really well together. And they are my favorite. Not my favorite, but like kind of my favorite. Okay. Anyway, so here's for my header. And I am just eyeballing it. And then I need 7 days. So, oh, you know what? You can't even tell. So I am going to make them just about, let's go there. Now let's see if I can get 7 out of these. I am counting about 3. Yeah, I can make 7. Okay. So they're about 1 inch wide, I think, roughly. Like, I keep trying to make them a little bit smaller than the first batch that I did, because the first batch that I did felt like it was hard to plan and it was cluttered. But I'm not even worried about that right now. Like, I'm just happy that I'm getting this done. I've been doing daily to-do lists in my personal journal. And I'm not going to stop with this, but this will give me kind of a broader picture of what my time looks like. Not that my time doesn't just look like me sitting in front of the flippin' table doing this, because it totally is. That's pretty much what I do. Okay, so now I am going to cut this 7th one out of this paper at this end, and there's a reason for that. I need this bit over here for the pocket, and this end, actually, this end will be fine. I'm trying to use as little of the tag and the writing as possible that's on here, the tag that was actually attached to the doily that I used. So there's that. So now I've got my 7 days, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I do know that with this, I will be able to write on it because I've used this lace pattern before to write on. And I believe, okay, so this is crooked, that's why I'm cutting it. Okay, that's better. That's not, but this is. Okay, so I believe that the white edges will be gone when I ink. When I ink it. Dang, I can't even think apparently. So I rounded the corners on the last couple pages, so I'm not going to on this one, because I'm trying to have a mix of variety, but also sameness. So there's that. Sorry, I am inking with the black soot, which I lost. Nope, here it is. I don't know if you can hear my husband. He's in the kitchen getting stuffs. Okay, so there we go. There we go. There's some black ink. And so this is going to need to sit and dry. Once I get everything glued together, I'm going to need to let it sit and dry before I can start writing on stuff. So I'm going to do that. And because, again, because this is heavier and it's ridged, and I think it'll grab okay, but I don't want to just grab on the surface. I want the glue to grab like in the ridges, the texture. So I'm going to use my white glue to glue it because I think it will do that. I'm more confident with this paper that the white glue is what I need. I'm still like so nervous about using glue sticks because I don't want stuff to fall off, but I'm trusting the people that use Scotch Create glue sticks. Oh, that's right, I was going to show you what that looked like. Hello, Scotch Create glue stick. There you go. Multi-purpose, photo safe, permanent. That's one of the things that blows my mind about junk journaling, like that I've really had to wrap my head around is, so when I was doing scrapbooking, back when it was huge, everything had to be acid and lignin free because that's how it was going to last. So I invested in all these products that were acid free and lignin free, including, you know, tape dispensers, like the double-sided, you know, glue dispensers, the tape glue, whatever it is. Anyway, so that was a thing, and I know I've mentioned this before, but a lot of my stuff is falling apart. Now my mom has always been pretty particularly clever about it, so she would usually hold stuff down with a brad or sew it or eyelet it or, you know, something. She would fasten it in a way other than just the, but she still got stuff falling off too. So I figured that probably a good test would be for the glue stick. You use it on this. So I am using it wherever I can to test it out and to play with it and to see how it works. I also know that people put on a lot more than I cannot stop myself from being like obsessive about my supplies running out and like trying to use the absolute bare minimum. Like I'm using this dauber thing, spreading out a very small amount of ink, and I'm still like, that's too much. Don't dip it again. You're going to use too much ink. Like what? In 50 years I might run out. But though my brain knows this, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So every once in a while I remember that I need to, you know, lighten up. There's so much to not be lightened up about, though, that like junk journaling is pretty much my coping mechanism for 2020, the year that will not die. Just keeps going forever. All right, since this was torn, and it's only torn because I used it, because it's a scrap, but instead of like trying to pretend that tear isn't there, I am going to embrace the tear and ink it, which is something that I did on my last page, my last spread thing that I did. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, now that I've got all my pieces inked, is I'm going to glue stick them. See, I can do it. I can glue stick stuff. Oop. I mean, maybe not well, but I can, like, I'm capable-ish. I'm hoping that what I've done is gathered enough black paper to make it through the two layouts that I need it for. Because it's going to be a very silly looking black and gray page if there's no black on it. So I'm hoping I can get through. We'll see. So I just want a little outline. I don't want like a super huge outline. And what I have read about using a glue stick is you want to push it down, burnish it down. So I didn't leave a whole lot of layer. And I want you to know, guys, too, that I did, believe it or not, I did clean up before my video. Doesn't really matter, but I did it. It means something to me. In fact, I told my husband's like, are you going to make a video anytime soon? Because one time he had said to me, like, you always clean up when you make a video. And I said, yeah. Are you going to be making a video sometime soon? He said them separately, but like I connected the dots. I was like, you want me to clean the table? Maybe. So I told him that I had cleaned up, tidied up, and I said, hey, you may want to go take a look at the table while it looks like a table. Because, yes, I just cleaned it, but let's see how long that lasts for. So, Anyway, the header is all made from the scraps from... So we are definitely playing with scraps today. Not that that was really in question, but like, you know, I just want to emphasize it. Okay, so my glue stick, which is my hairy glue stick. All right. Yeah, I'm not really sure. But I do like, how when I play with this glue stick and I put it down, oops, I forgot to rub it. Okay. When I play with the glue stick, it kind of turns the paper into a sticker, and I think that's neat. And like every time I watch a video where somebody uses the glue stick and it like curls like that and it looks like a sticker to me, it makes me happy because I'm weird. I'm very comfortable with being weird. Like, I know I am weird, and I'm okay with it. So yeah. Oh, I'm doing it off camera again. Okay, so this is going to be my pocket. I'm going to write notes on it. I'm literally going to write the word notes on it, but I'm also going to write notes on it. All right. I might have enough black paper to get through today, which would be awesome. All right. Yes, so my husband asked me yesterday if I was going to make a video soon. I haven't been great about cleaning off the table lately. My family likes to eat at it, so I should probably make that happen today. This scrap is actually a piece I printed, but I was using scrap paper when I printed it too. So just stuff that I didn't care about. Like, we have worksheets. The kids clean out their bags, whatever. We have what we have here. And so I'm pretty sure this was like a writing worksheet that one of my kids had, or an extra copy or something. But they make great printer paper if you can figure out how your printer needs you to feed stuff in. And because I'm like technologically inept, I wrote myself a note once I figured it out. And then I did it yesterday, of course, and the note helped me none because I misunderstood what I was telling myself. So eventually I figured it out, and I got it fixed the right way. Let's see. Oh, good, I am cutting on camera. So, like, it takes me a little bit sometimes. I got so far behind on my videos that I was just feeling like overwhelmed at the thought of needing to do them. I calculated it out, and because of the time that I couldn't, I couldn't figure out how to make my video camera be a video camera. Ooh, that one actually will fit. Cool. Then once I figured that out, I was good, but I was behind so many videos. Like, I was planning on doing a video every other day, which is doable. But now I'm doing a video every day, and actually I have one day where I have to do 2 videos to catch up to where I wanted to be. And yes, I understand I can remake my plans. I get that, but I don't want to. And if you know anything about me, I don't want to. It's pretty pretty much where I live. Well, not where I live, but you know, if I don't want to do something, and I don't have to. I'd rather not change my video plans for what I'm going to be doing. I will if I have to, but if I don't have to, I don't want to. Because I made this cute journal, guys. And it's all ready. See, and this is the scraps that are left after I cut out other ones of these. So, whoop. Sticky. Okay. Go dry. And then I've got this one here. Last one. Oh, the anatomy of your brain. So that's what this paper was on. Okay. Oh, this one's not going to work like that, is it? Oh, it will. Okay, good. I can make it fit. That works. So it looks like it's a little bit wider on one end than it is on the other. There. And I have to be as efficient as possible because I'm conserving my black paper. I'll get more, but I don't have it right now, and I really don't want to run to the store right now. I like to try to build up a list. And trust me, yes, I could absolutely find a ton of things to buy, but that may not be the best course of action because I'm trying to go through the stuff that I have, and I'm trying to use the stuff that I have, and I'm trying to figure out what stuff I have. So I don't necessarily want to do that. Okay. All right, this is what I'm looking for. So this is a 1-inch circle punch. I found it on Amazon. I will link it below. I just received it. And I want this grip to be on the bottom. So I'm going to make this the top. I don't know why I put this up. I don't need it up, actually. I can see right through it. So I'm just going to eyeball the center. Not quite half a circle. Now I'm going to ink it because ink it. Okay. And so here's this. And I'm going to glue these on where they belong with my glue all. And yes, I could write everything down on here before I place it, but I don't want to do it that way this time. I want to do it this way. Get it glued on there. Let it sit for a minute. So yes, even though there is a giant mess on my screen, on your screen, I did clean. So I just have to hold this stuff down every once in a while because it'll curve while I'm waiting for the glue to catch. I have other glues that would probably catch quicker, but that's okay. So I try to use my whatever costs the least to get the effect that I want. That's how my brain works. So I could be using art glitter glue right now, but I'm not because this is a lot of gluing I'm doing. There's that. See, it's curving up. That's why I want to get it set down because it will catch. It'll stop curving. It just takes a minute. So gluing. Oh, you know what I like about it not catching right off the bat too? Is sometimes I have to move what I've done already. There. This probably could have gone up. I might end up, oh, it's going to barely fit. Okay. It will fit, but it's going to fit barely. So, but that's okay. If I measured, which amuses me, but if I measured, this wouldn't have been so close. But that's one of the drawbacks of not measuring. But I'm okay with that. So I am going to. So here's my weekend. My weekend gets space. I'm gonna glue my weekend down. Okay. And I'm putting more glue than I normally would because I want this to stay. Again, with the cardstock, I like to have a little more, just a little more holding it. Okay. And squiggly pocket. Squiggly pocket. Alright. So, there's my squiggly pocket. And now I'm going to close the book. And I'm going to rubber band it for a bit. I might not be able to do that forever, but for right now that works. And it's keeping keeping what I need. Just a second. I'm grabbing a piece of paper, but I want to remove something from it. There we go. Okay. Anyway, so I've got this piece of paper, and I am going to make my to-do list for the day. And it looks like if I, let's see if I can straighten that out a little bit. Kind of. If I cut it off here, it should fit height-wise in my book. Okay. So yes, I am using scraps, but I am also making more scraps. Because that's what we do. I do have some, oh, this will work too. Okay, cool. I guess I didn't realize. Okay. All right, I'm gonna Scotch Create this and see how it works. I am putting this next to it so I can kind of roughly measure where I need my glue stick to stop, because I don't need to do the whole thing. So why would I do the whole thing? Not gonna. I'm very self-conscious about my glue sticking, guys. I haven't even looked past this video, so I have no idea what the next video I'm supposed to make is about. Ooh, my glue sticks string. Okay. So I am going to, there, kind of slap it down. It doesn't need to be perfect. Nothing needs to be perfect. does smooth nicely, and it is going to dry much faster. Okay, so now I'm trimming. Trimming this. This was also definitely scrap. Okay. So now I'm gonna fold to make it fit. I'm gonna fold it to this line. I don't know if you can see the line. You don't have a bone folder, which is what this is. This is a bone folder. If you don't have one, you can use the heel of your scissors, the handle of your scissors, like this. But I do have a bone folder, so I am going to use that. All right, so now I've got this that I can open up like that, or I can open up like this, probably like this because the lines are going this way. All right, this is also scrap. All right, let's see. What do I want? Do I want to try to, that's not going to fit. So I'm trying to fit this, and there, and it's not going to fit. So what I'm going to do, oh, you know what? I don't know what. I don't think it's going to fit anyway. So I'm going to do this. Taking this, and I'm just going to punch a hole. Nope, I'm not. I'm going to punch part of a hole. I mean, I punched a whole hole, but, you know, hole. But I want a complete circle, so we'll use this button. Whoops, I made a button stamp. This is it that I stamped. Okay. So, and I just happen to have this little itty bitty scrap of black. I know, I'm using my black, but nothing I make is going to actually work for this. So, use my glue stick, stick it down. Let's see. Oh, I'm trying to center it a little bit because I want an edge on it. There we go. There we go. Shoot! I didn't ink it. Okay, I might have to re-glue this because I definitely need to ink it. No. There we go. That's better. Now I'm going to push it down with my bone folder. There. Okay. So the edge is inked. My circle's a little off center. I know that. I'm okay with it. It adds to the character. So and when I'm done with my layouts for my journals, I'll show you as well. Just so you know. Kind of looks like a little piggy's nose. I'm going to have to do something about that. But, oh, you know what? I don't want to do that yet. I would like to find the, oh, there it is. My safety, or not safety pin, my paper clip. Okay, so I've got this. And I'm going to cut this too. And long enough. Also not long enough, actually. Yeah. You know what though? This will work. Okay. Because I can, yeah. And then I can do that. Like that. Okay. So, ink, all of the things. Oh, I want to cut some of this. So I'm just going to cut this like that. And then I'm just going to cut right where the text starts. Because I can. Alright. There's that. So I challenged myself this weekend to use 3 things that my mom gave me, because my mom gives me a boatload of stuff every time I see her, and for junk journaling for the most part. In fact, we met up at Goodwill in my area, and she got some, I think they're postage stamp pages, like for a postage stamp book, like for collectors, but I think it's going to work really, really well for ephemera. So she got a package of those and she split them with me, and she got some like adding machine tape rolls that are about that big, and she split them with me. So I didn't even have to go shopping. I mean, I did, of course, but I didn't have to, because my mom just gave me stuff. She's like, oh, let's buy these and I'll split them with you. Okay. I am not going to turn down that deal. So actually, I ended up finding a quilting magazine that I believe is written in Japanese, and the only reason I believe that is because it says in English that it was printed in Japan. So I'm assuming if it was Chinese or Korean, it would have been printed in China or Korea. My brilliant powers of deduction tell me that it's Japanese. Anyway, so I found these quilt magazines at the Goodwill, and I went through them because I happened to catch a little peek of Japanese writing, and that piqued my interest, and so I dug through the pile and found 3 magazines total that were quilt magazines that, like, the ads are in Japanese, I mean, everything is awesome. So that's really cool. So I know, and it's a quilting magazine. It's not like a romance novel, so I know that no matter what I put on there, I'm not worried about it. I don't want to offend anybody in any language. I censor myself on my videos because I'm trying to behave. So I cover up naughty words on my videos. And like, I would just never be comfortable putting anything on there because I wouldn't know what was a naughty word and what was not. So luckily that's not the case. Alright, so where's my glue stick? There you are, being all glue sticky. Alright, now I have options. Definitely wanted this glued down like this. But do I want this glued down all the way, or do I want it just glued? I'm just going to glue the ends down. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it with glue stick. And then I'm going to, I'm so scattered. There, smush and smush. And so this, I don't know if you remember from my videos, this paper that I'm using scraps of right now is from stamping and using it for like backdrop when I'm inking and whatnot. So I am just putting glue stick in the very middle. And because this is my journal stuff, I'm not worried about it popping off, because if it just pops off, I can glue it back on. But if I ever make journals for people, I would like to know that they're not going to come apart. Okay, that was off center, so I'm just moving it so it's, you know, on center. There. Okay, so there's that, and then you can open it up and you can write to-do lists. So what I usually do, actually, I can do it because it's dry, because it's glue stick. So I can write daily, weekly, and monthly. These are my to-do lists for my daily, my weekly, and my monthly to-do lists. I've only got one thing, and actually I can cross it off because the one thing for monthly was start on October planning. And I think the fact that I've got that bullet journal going is a good sign. I also need to set up my other journal so that it's got like my plans in it and stuff. So I've got lots of work to do, but I do like this. There's that. And the nice thing is the way I did it, I can actually make a tag and put it in here too. So, is this the tag I want? Maybe not forever, but for now it'll work. Okay, so I'm going to cut this tag off, and I'm going to cut this end off, and now I'm going to make my little tag corners. There we go. And I know this was kind of a junk journal with me type thing. All right. But I wasn't really sure how to start up with my Scraptastic line, and I really, whatever it's called, my Scraptastic, it's not a thread either, but my Scraptastic videos playlist, that's the word I was looking for, playlist. Wasn't really sure how to start with it, wasn't really sure what I was going to do with it, so I just took advantage of these opportunities that I had presented myself. So, this is my to-do list. I'm going to actually, this is for today, so I am going to do one more quick thing here. Alright, glue stick, don't fail me now. Okay, whoops. So I wanted this to be a little more sturdy because it was kind of wiggly and floppy. So cut this out. And I think it's actually going the opposite direction. So if I wanted to face it forward with the stripe, the pink stripe, I think it'll go the opposite way so it won't blend in. Or it will, kind of, but in a good way. I don't know. Oh, I'm inking off camera. Sorry. You don't do it on purpose. Okay, so if you face it this way, it doesn't blend right in, which I like. So I am going to, I still like this side though. All right, so I am going to write to-do list and today's date. #21st, 2020, and I am going to write happy autumn. Happy autumn, and that's going to be kind of hidden by the thing, but that is an event for today. Today is autumn, so I'm going to do that. And I am going to take this and I am going to cut off at an hour, but I am going to find a page in here and put this on it and make this into a pocket for this to go into. So this might be actually where I do that. Yep. I'm going to ink it and put it on, and then we'll be done. But so we'll, I mean, like the video will be done, and the project will be done, and I will have wrapped it up. You guys can have closure on one of my projects today. Okay. So, oh, I want to punch. I like to punch tabs now. There we go. Now that I've got this, I just got this recently, the tab puncher. It's not a tab puncher really, but like the circle punch. I just got it and I so love it. So for making these little punch outs so that you can tell where the pockets are, and you know, there might be something in it even if you can't see it, or something belongs in it if it's not in it. So okay. Oh, that's perfect. I wasn't even expecting that. So I am going to close this and let it dry, but that was perfect. This fit right in there. So I'm going to close this up and let it dry. I'm going to show you one last look. See, I'm getting crap all over the covers already. So one last look. This is my October layout. This is the first week, the second week, the third week, and the fourth week. And I've just got one more week to do. So now all I'm gonna do is just fill in the numbers, maybe do a couple stamps. I've got some bats that I want to play with. So I'm gonna do that. And then I will be able to work on the next one. So thank you so much for watching, friends. I appreciate it. If you liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, share. Feel free to join my Facebook group. It is Wicked Crafty Mom, and it's on Facebook. And I hope to see you there. We have daily prompts, which reminds me I've got to put up the daily prompt and the daily question. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. But thank you. Please watch. You did watch. Please subscribe, like, and share these videos. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.